All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Fate Strange Fake, episode 13.
The finale, or season finale? Because
yeah, it's just the season finale. This
there's
show's
no
gonna
way.
At least get to core,
Yeah.
definitely. And also, you know, the world's ending, but no, all you have to do is just murk a kid, you know?
That's all you gotta do.
No problem here. I mean, you just got a God-filling crossbow. You could actually probably cancel the apocalypse here if you wanted to.
Yeah,
but
maybe. And you should definitely think about that, because right now we're busting out the colored pencils and the crayons because that's just how wild this shit is getting. The Pale Rider is here.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I am very curious how we got a servant on that level, because this feels, again, not like just the Pale Rider. This feels like, well,
is this like a servant or whatever of the Pale Rider,
or is this like a question, like a slaying thing against gods? You know, it's the we have gods in the world of fate. Totally, no problem. The divine, humans, ascendant, whatever, all that. So if we have that, thus we have forces that are there to keep them in check, I guess, maybe.
Right. Or is this just the actual apocalypse happening and there's going to be 3 more riders showing up?
Yeah.
You know, like what do we have going on here exactly?
But yeah, Ayaka and Richard having a really good heart-to-heart here, and now they're going to be fighting together because they both have desires and they're both willing to communicate them.
Yep.
And now, we need all hands on deck, because also our 2 or our 1
Are
in 2
it's
bodies,
complicated,
insane, absolutely cracked, crazy Fate fans just showed up with their own powers, and they're like
floating down on an umbrella and everything.
Yo, we're talking fate slang and all that, you know, but let's have a good time here.
Right,
But,
like they have stayed in the background pretty much this entire show.
yeah, I'm
And
actually
they
more
decided
terrified
now
about them showing up
than the
here
Pale Rider.
in this kind of super bounded field that is also kind of a simulation of the underworld, that we only are really getting contact with the outside world through Gil's corpse that is being tethered in place through a form of stasis by Enkidu, and then having Waver talk through a cell phone too.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's fate.
And on top of that, we got vampires and leprechauns and, you know, everything.
Right. And our vampire is hovering around our girl here, and all that's really...
He's her friend.
Yeah, all that's really potentially going to save her here is someone who's questioning whether or not to end her. So...
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
This will all be fine. Because we need a season 2, right? This
but
we're
also in a world with 13 masters, and, you know, we need to start, you know, some of them.
Well, and not even all of them are here right now, right?
I know. I'm just saying we have a big cast, and it might do to start
thin it out, you know.
Thinning things out, yeah. But all right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Yeah.
Hi. And you.
That's your question? Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Don't trust it. Don't eat it.
Oh, shit. Whoa, is this our... Oh...
椿を助けようとしていると知って敬意を示すようになったんだろう。君のことは何だってわかる。
Thank you. Shut up.
最後には黒岡椿を殺す道を選ぶだろう。人類を守る英雄ならば迷わずその道を選ぶ。たった一人の少女の
Oh, we're close.
It's blown back.
全てが救われるのだから。
Yeah, let's go through them. Team Truecaster. Yep. Yeah.
Right.
獅子神王くんに引っ張られて君自身も強くなった感じなのかな。
何を言ってる？綾香は最初から強い。確かに狐みたいに凛々しい目をしているが、人をたぶらかしたりはしない。
綾香ちゃんだっけ？君はいい王様に巡り会えた。
A great king indeed.
Oh.
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 Einsburn?
I think. Oh shit!
It's the Einsburn estate, isn't it?
I'll bet. Yeah.
Whoa!
Oh boy! He's showing us Fate Zero.
We're going through Fate Zero.
Oh my
here.
god! Yes!
This is so peak.
I love it.
And now we're in the yes.
This amazing part.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit.
Wait. And she's looking at you.
Yeah, that's her.
Your hero. Your king.
Oh, tear down Arturia in his mind so that way. Oh, that's dirty.
Yes. Peak scene.
You were?
How?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh shit. God, that was so awesome.
自分よりふさわしい王がいるならば、その者に歴史を譲り渡すことで、ブリテンの歴史をやり直すことだ。
正しさに準じ己のすべてを捨てるなど、そんな生き方は人だ。
It feels so good to hear these people again.
騎士王よ、そのあり方はいずれ貴様を人ではなく、神の領域へと押し上げるぞ。
何を笑う英雄王。そんなことが人の身にか。
This is also different, like, this is also different dialogue. They're, like, embellishing. Yeah. Destroy the Grail.
Yeah.
Spoilers for those that,
Yeah.
It gives you a review. What do you think of Fate Zero?
Yeah. Right.
Wow.
Back to this.
Yeah.
おい屍。
Hey!
まったく。
Good God. Oh, yes, yes.
ドロテ。
Oh! Oh shit! Fuck him up!
はい、あれが分け身っていうから魔力の流れをたどって本体の方に攻撃。
Wow! Amazing.
そんなに驚くとは。
Oh!
回ししてたんじゃないか。
君ではなく古きそういうの末裔に投資したまで見返りとして私は廃棄物の処理を依頼する。
Oh, damn.
俺が唯一電話番号を交換した吸血種の知り合いに。
What? You have a vampire in your contacts list?
良い講義だったよ、ロード。
使徒の頂点たる27層。そのお一人に聞いていただくなら、もっと言葉を選ぶ。万世もと。
使徒とは人類種を否定
That's
するもの。
full. That's
な
rich.
るほど、その通り。だからこそ醜悪だ。相手次第で変えるというのならば、もはや世界に刻まれた不必要なバグだ。
Damn!
それを片付けておいてくれ。
Tidy that
Holy
thing
shit.
up for me.
フランチェスカ・プレラーティ。
Thank you for giving me the honor
Right.
of seeing Arturia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't understand me at all.
If you think that will waver my resolve, you got another thing coming.
円卓の伝説において、王が裏
Oh, the music's building.
最後には全て失うのも全部知ってる。
And yet, even so, she struggled.
Even so, exactly.
Yeah.
Tragedy and all.
時代や土地、民や進化の気分によって物事の聖者は移ろう。あえて言うなら、我らが騎士王が他の王に劣っていたことは一つある。
It was her confidence in her own path.
声が小さかっただけだ。
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. That's awesome.
っていうか、アーサー王が女の子だって。
Nah.
Why should that matter?
やっぱり君知ってるね。
俺がどこまで騎士王の歴史に踏み込んだのかを知りたかったんだろ。
Oh.
しかし本当にすごい。
I'm loving this music.
Holy music. Yeah.
That Goldie.
そうも
They were glorious. Beautiful.
さっきのあや ぱり受け入れることにする。
Get ready, because I'm going to be taking a lot of mana.
出会いをやり直させてほしい。
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
And he bows.
Chills.
と君が
Are you my master?
俺のマスターか。
Oh.
That was hype.
そうか、私は捨てられたか。これでお揃いだな。愛しのアサシン。
What? No, 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 no.
あれはまずいかも。
Oh. And then a giant Excalibur.
黒岡椿を狙う気か。
Holy shit, the scale.
I mean, we have Sawano. We need to attack on Titan then.
Uh-huh. Nope.
Yeah! Here he is!
Let's go.
The
That was what
animation.
just a...
Yeah.
すまない。剣を一つ借り受けられるか。
Hell yeah, here they are.
Holy shit. Let's go.
Yes!
Let's go.
Hey!
伝説の通りのお方だった。征服王が怒りを浮かべようと。英雄王があざけり笑おうと。
Oh my god!
This is
The
so awesome.
lions roar!
Yeah.
円卓により作り上げ、円卓によって滅びたかの国は決してやり直す必要はない。
Whoa! Whoa!
God damn.
Yeah!
アーサー王は確かに我々をアバロンへと導かれた。
Oh my god.
yes.
もっと醜いところを見せてくれるかと思ったけど、あれは筋金
Hardcore indeed.
That he is.
円卓が残した王道と誇りに我々は憧れを見続けるのだ。
Yeah, and it turns gold.
我は聖杯の力を持って遥か遠きアバロンの採用まで人間たちの外貨を。
Holy shit.
お父さんとお母さんを呼んできて。
The only time traveling that's happening is
怪獣大丈夫よ椿。あの大きな骸骨さんもみんな椿の味方だから。
oh, she's gonna end it.
少女は無事か。
お姉ちゃん、
Oh,
アサシン、奴は地下だ。
yeah, yeah, go get
All
it.
right. Shit.
お姉ちゃんを。
そのお姉ちゃんが君を殺そうとしているから。
You fucker.
You lying little bastard.
君を羨ましいと思っている人たちがいじめようとしているのさ。クロさんはそいつら
Oh.
から君を守ってくれる。
あなたは魔術のことだけ考えていればいい。
Well,
Oh.
そうか。私
nope, nope.
Oh.
頑張りますから。お願い、マックルーさん、全部元に戻してください。やめろ。ずっと一人ぼっちにしてください。
Whoa.
Shit.
何をした。どんな生き方を、何を強制されて生きてくれば。
Yeah.
あなたが自らこれを選ぶ。
Uh-huh.
まさか椿に霊樹が宿るとは。だがやはり私たちのやり方は間違っていなかった。
先に病院に向かわないと。
そうだな。右手を切る道具は向こうで調達するか。
Yep, yep, yep. Kill him. Kill him.
移植。
Uh-huh.
君よ。
Yeah.
椿のやつめ、二角も霊樹を使ったな。
切るのですか。椿ちゃんの手を。
ああ、うるさい悲鳴が出ないのが幸いだ。最悪生殖機能だけでも残さなければいけないが。
そうか。
Mm-hmm. Start with the
なぜ
kneecaps.
君がそれを？
これは魔術師ではない。魔術使いの俺から
Uh-huh.
あなたたちに対する宣戦布告だ。
Why'd you
Come on.
cut away? It was
Yeah,
just
let
getting
us see
good.
it.
誰？なんで私の名前？
ああ、 やっぱり別人だね。でも君も綾香って名前なんだ。俺
Ah.
はフラット。よろしく。
教えて。私のことを知ってるなら、私が綾香左丞が何者なのか。
わかった。あのね、君の体は。
マスター
Oh shit.
No!
すみません、教授。みんな、ごめん。
Yep. Fuck, man.
これが胃薬ですか。
え
フラット・エスカルドスが終わりを迎えたか。
何が起こっている
I think you screwed up by killing him is what happened. Yeah.
俺の母はある傭兵の助手として聖杯戦争に参加し死んだと
Good shit.
それでこれからどうする？
I plan on
自由
living.
に動いていいと言われたからな
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do.
俺はこの聖杯戦争を破壊する
Fun.
This one or as a concept? That was so high.
I cannot tell you how much joy I felt as a Fate Zero fan to see one of my favorite scenes in anime just brought back up in this way.
Yep.
It's this element of Fate Strange Fake as a series thus far that is the yes, this is if you are a fan of Fate, this is for you. Like that's what this is. This
Absolutely.
is obviously we haven't consumed every Fate, media piece or what have you.
Yes.
But this was the if you're a fan of the Fate anime, like just in general.
Well, and
they're going to target you directly with this episode.
And
Holy
I love that.
Shit.
Okay, so headcanon now.
Yeah.
I know this is not actually the case probably, but creator of this, right? The Baccano and
mangaka.
Yeah, author and all that.
Yeah.
Did they maybe on some level write this so that they could give their own little commentary on that scene?
I think
right?
no, but yes. I think it's mostly no, but the yes part is kind of in that one of the things that's not frustrating, but one of the things that's emotionally painful about Fate Zero is the tragedy of the story of that Fate Grail War.
Right.
Now, if you know where the story is going, part of it is that it needed to be a tragedy because of what came before the prequel.
Right, and so it changes kind of the nature of the tragedy versus like, oh shit, it went all bad, versus like, oh, this is gonna go all bad.
Like, it's gonna go bad, right?
Yeah.
But the idea that Saber, Arturia, was kind of the deciding factor of a large percentage of the tragedy because of who her master was and also because of her character flaw and arc that she went on over the course of Fate Zero. Which then informs where the kind of Fate classic root part of the story goes through, where you have all the different ways in which it goes. And a lot of that is that you get a different Saber, basically, or Saber experience based on how a lot of that story goes.
Exactly.
But the core essence of that relationship, or lack thereof, sets up kind of the ultimate relationship kind of,
all
perspective shifts in the other Fate series.
Exactly. All of the permutations that you get from the different roots in Fate happen as a result of Fate Zero.
As Fate Zero.
Yeah.
And Saber's tragedy was that she could not take ownership and lived in some ways with regret and shame regarding the failings of her and thus her kingdom and stuff.
Yeah, it's the very thing that Richard brings up.
Yes.
Weirdly enough. She did not shout loud enough.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that in and of itself kind of would address the issue that she has.
Yeah. And so her wish to be one where she undoes all of that makes so much sense from the emotional perspective.
Yeah.
But what Alexander and Gilgamesh were so frustrated with her regarding this is that it's
so you're just going to pass the buck?
You're just going to not acknowledge all the potential, that you're so focused on this part here,
right,
that you have the ego to think that that's the part that's like that needs addressing, rather than why not celebrate the great thing that you then were able to pass on, the legacy to those of your round table and such.
Why not wish instead that you could pass it on to someone else and make it so that you never existed? Why not wish for the bad thing that happened that you're trying to avert by making it so you never existed? Why not just target that directly, right? Like you're throwing the baby out with the bathwater, you know?
And so it's really fun to have this, not like an apologist perspective, but almost like the true fanboy perspective of, you don't understand. Like, it's not something where there was some debate that she was getting wrong.
Yeah.
Or even that there was a right answer.
Sure.
It's that, no, her perspective was one that she lacked confidence in. She lacked the ability to be certain, like, in a lot of ways, Alexander was trying to bring up. Like, he wasn't the perfect, ruler or king or anything like that either.
But he was definitely confident.
He was definitely rip-roaring confident with the way...
Yeah, and there's a lot of things that can happen with that maybe don't happen from your standpoint. And so then it makes it like poetic and, adds to the tragedy that then one of the final things that happens in Fate Zero is her agency and will is taken away.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then it's fun to have this happen here, where this is Francesca trying to do psychic damage to Richard.
To Richard, yeah.
Which is so fun because I love the meta of this in that he's biggest fanboy of Arthur of Arturia.
Yep.
But if it's the never meet your heroes kind of approach that she's going for here,
it's
you don't understand that when you're such a big fan of something or someone, that it's not just like delusion to like see, the tiny flaw of their one specific gap in their defenses,
chink in their armor or whatever.
Yeah. Like specifically having the. Oh, it's not that, she was actually a horrible person or anything like that. It's she lacked a lot of confidence and a lot of certainty and actually felt ashamed of the life that not only she led, but the lack of fill in the gap, all these other things that she could have done.
Yeah.
And that's the exact opposite of the problem that Richard has, where it's no. If anything, I keep having to steel myself towards the path of, I did do a lot of crazy shit. I did do a lot of messed up stuff.
I am not a good person.
I am a person with so much blood on my hands.
Right.
But that's why I looked up to her. And because she kept going despite all that.
Right, and so to see the person struggling with that and everything, it's like...
It humanizes them.
That's why they're my hero.
Right. I didn't view her as some god that was, completely above all of us and stuff. It's I just needed to believe in something as someone also went through the same thing as me, and thus... Like, I don't...
It's something where... This episode,
like he was almost, if anything, trapped in the delusion of not having to face it, rather than actually, her problem, which is that she was just awashed with facing it.
Right. And so it's oh my God, thank you so much for helping me meet my hero.
Right.
I love my shoulder.
Yeah, I love it as well because there's something about the immortal villain throwing the futility of the mortal's actions in their face and being like, but what you do and what even those that came before you and brought their legacy to bear to you, what they did meant nothing. It was ultimately something that just befell tragedy and all this stuff here. And it's actually, that's normal. That's just human.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, no, it makes me feel more confident that even my hero struggled with something that I struggled with.
Yeah. In this world where we can pull people out of myth and legend, right? And, yes, Alexander the Great can be much taller than, than people expected, right? They are still human. That's the whole point. At one point, they were human. And so that's, like, of course it's going to be like that, right? Like with distance and history and everything, we can maybe think it's different, but no. Why would you expect anything else? And so while this is the, finale of the season, but not the finale of the show, right? I love how they went almost like going through a checklist through every one of the like major antagonists and not defeating them. Not defeating them. In fact, there were actually very few deaths in this episode. But making their perspective, worldview, whatever, break a little bit, right? Take the ground out from under them. Whether it's the Francesca thinking that this is going to be some wonderful thing that will, dismantle Richard and it actually doesn't, or whether it's, our vampire, Jester Carture, being all like, I'm going to do my thing, and then suddenly he gets a call from, Papa Daddy Vampire because Flat just, I have a
vampire descendants.
Yeah, I have a vampire in my contact list, and so I gave him a call, right? Or even Faldius with the, okay, fantastic, stress reliever. They're back in, the real world. Just start gunning them down. And then suddenly, wait, hang on. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Why is everything on the fritz? Is something really bad about to happen?
Yeah, I think there's a slight chance that Flat might have found a way to do something similar to what the vampire was doing. I feel like there's a tiny chance that he's actually alive here. Maybe.
There is absolutely the possibility that is a duplicate of Flat.
Yeah, because the... well, I don't know. So Flat Escardo has met his demise. A toast then to the marvelous achievement of my olden acquaintance, which is fun because it looks like this is like, I don't know where this is.
Yeah, just some coastal city with a bunch of fireworks going off. It's like, hey, cool.
I just feel like it's going to be somewhere nearby, like San Diego or LA or something like that. No, it's not LA for sure, that bridge. But
and the parents met their end very satisfyingly. Good job.
Yeah, fantastic work.
Yep.
Yeah, the tragedy of, parents made Tsubaki into potentially one of the strongest masters in this Grail War. Put into her connection this... I'm not even fully sure what this master was. Not this master, what this servant was.
Yeah, it was something.
Like, it could have been the actual embodiment of death.
Sure.
But the idea that there was almost this, like, Tsubaki appearance to the skeletal titans walking around, like the long hair. And
right. I almost wonder if it's something where it's like visions of death from various different cultures and manifestations of it.
No, because it's just
it's
the
like
same
the
thing.
arms and the...
Well, no, because it's the same...
No, right.
It's the same giant over and over again,
Totally. But, like, more just the idea that we got the Pale Rider and then we get these and then we get the, all the smoke stuff going around everywhere.
I feel like that's just all the same. Those are all just powers of this thing here. It's the same thing of where Cerberus is a summon of the thing itself. If anything, this was just a wild visual spectacle of so much in that which is death or the apocalypse or something like that.
Right.
I just feel like I need the fate experts to be like, what actually was the servant?
I am still...
Like, obviously, Pale Rider, sure, is a great name as a stand-in, but what is that meaning exactly?
And what I'm... Okay, this is maybe me, huffing the copium, right? But she's still got one command seal. So there's that part of me that's like, maybe it can all be okay, as far as she's concerned, eventually. But...
Yeah, I think what's scary about that is more that this is one of those master-servant combos where it's more likely that the Grail War ends prematurely without killing her, or she just gets killed by somebody who just indiscriminately just blows up the hospital that she's in. Like that's like she's probably not going to be involved in any way of like the Grail War moving forward.
That is a good point. It would be very easy for Faldius to just be like, all right, I'm gunning down people. Well, there's a kid in the hospital. Great, that's easy.
Easy,
you
like
know?
not a problem at all. With regards to the fact that Ayaka, or not Ayaka, sees the Einsburn estate, which is thus, the great setup for this being the
illusion of the past,
the illusion of the past and everything. But this being something where she remembers this, like, what part of this do you feel like is for her to kind of get clues of who she is?
I mean,
she sees Philia.
Yeah, it's definitely part of it. And that's one of those things where it's like, okay, this is about as, we are definitely getting a second season, or at least this is, set up for a second season if there ever was one. Because this is about as, like, if this was a go read the manga ending, like, that would be very effective,
It's not that. Like,
oh yeah, definitely not.
Definitely not. Yeah.
But
so Flat knew who she was, or at the very least knows what's the deal with her body. So it could be that she's the Grail.
Yeah, but but that is also what we would think that he would say.
Right.
So the fact that he got shot before he was able to finish it means that maybe he was going to say something else, and that's how the story keeps it in reserve,
Yeah.
But yeah,
then then Flat is tied to potentially the older vampire. So this actually feels like, to me, this is if you know what part of fate all these characters are connected from, it actually makes perfect sense.
Sure.
So to me, this is I don't have the spoiler because I didn't consume this part of Fate media.
Sure.
So I don't know what they're hinting at here. Whereas when, Fate Zero stuff shows up, I lose my freaking mind,
Yeah. So do you think Flat is actually dead, or do you think that was a copy?
Now that I think about it, I think he is dead.
Yeah, I think he is dead. That was a wonderful way to end the season.
Kind of two master deaths, in that the parents were going to try to become masters. They're dead. Flat is dead.
And Tsubaki is at the very least.
And Tsubaki is kind of removed with her parents along through the story here.
Yeah. Everything with Richard was incredible. Like,
God, the animation on Richard throughout so many of these scenes was just perfection.
And him talking to Ayaka and being like, hey, mind if we have a do-over? The deep bow. Are you my master?
Yeah. Richard as a character who is also, like, laden and ridden with shame, but if anything, is channeling the illusion of his hero, so much to the point that he seems almost fake, if you will.
Sure.
Having the moment here where the episode's, illusion becomes reality, illusion meets reality. He basically saw the real Arturia for the first time here, and then, first time, what have you. We're in Fate and all that and stuff. But, like...
sure. Is there a possibility that there was a different time that Richard was summoned and, or whatever, something happened and he did see Arturia? Maybe,
Well, there's an element of where it almost felt like they were hinting at, he's like, you're trying to get a little bit of insight into my knowledge of what kind of things
how much he knows.
How much he knows. Well, and he's like, no, I'm not giving you any of that.
So here's the fun part about, one of the fun things about going through this show, right? Because it's the Fate fan fiction that was canonized, right? And it's all fan fiction, always has been, But we don't know all of the Fate lore and stuff, right? Like, we know the shows, and that's mostly it, right? So when there's things that are brought up that we don't necessarily recognize, that could be other lore stuff that's being brought in, because this was made by the super fan who has that all in their noggin. this could also be we're setting up stuff for future seasons, and this story actually is going to go into all kinds of crazy directions, and so it's all going to get payoffs later in this actual story. And we don't know. It could be either.
It could be either.
But season 2 cannot come soon enough.
Season 2 cannot come soon enough. I'm very, very glad that, in a fun way, we've kind of confirmed Richard and Ayaka as our primary protagonists here with Flat's death.
Flat's,
and
he got laid out on the ground flat.
Yeah, and Ayaka's origin / nature being even more built up by Flat's knowledge of Ayaka as a person.
Right.
Even though this is not Ayaka. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fun though. This was such a treat. I am already rewatching Fate Zero like right now. So it's been really fun to go along with this series as well. And then now actually having just a direct callback, because I watched the debate among kings scene many times, and the actual dialogue that they used in that scene to show it was not actually something that was in Fate Zero. Like, that's not actually how a lot of the dialogue goes, because they don't talk about Arturia or Arthur becoming a god in terms of King of Knights, should you continue that path, one day you shall transcend humanity and ascend into godhood. Like, that's not actually in Fate Zero.
It wasn't. Okay.
No, I'm 99% sure. And it was kind of fun to equate, if you will, walking the way that she walks to being you seek to basically abandon your humanity for the sake of being the perfect pillar of light and beacon and icon and all that.
Was the concept of a martyr thrown around at all? Because that I feel like is like, I feel like the God thing did feel new to me too, but I felt like there was an element of where, and maybe this is memory being fuzzy.
It could have been something where there's like some ways in which they're translating it slightly differently.
Sure, because like the idea of her wanting to do something self-sacrificial, even if that is considered to be something that is noble, the two of them would never consider that to be something that is kingly, right?
I also think that they didn't go as explicitly into her saying that I wish to go back in time and basically have...
Not pull the sword from the stone, give it to someone else,
We'll specifically have someone else become that king.
Sure.
I think she might have spoken a little bit about that, but it was fun to almost add what I assume to be a form of dimensionality to the conversation, rather than like retconning it in any way.
Sure, getting more specific rather than talking in generals or things like that.
Or just assuming that these are just parts of the conversation that we didn't get to hear as audience members. Yeah. And the conversation was much longer, and there was a lot of other things that they got into.
Right, who's to say it couldn't have been expounded upon? They had a lot of wine to go through.
Yeah, exactly. And there was definitely points where they were jumping, over to
like
other,
from there to somewhere else and
to other stuff and things like that. Yeah.
Yep. Which, I mean, also, as far as the like going back to the whole ultra fanboy creator thing and all that stuff, if you want to be able to add a little bit, of your own thing into the Fate universe lore canon, for something,
of course, why not?
Yeah, add just an extra line or something into that scene.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to do that?
And also, if you're worried about retcons, you can just add the caveat that Francesca is maintaining an illusion here for the purpose of manipulating Richard, and so she could even be embellishing a little bit more extreme versions of the language to make it so that he thinks that she's a failure as a hero and a legend.
And that's on top of the general like get out of jail free card that a lot of fiction has, especially when it deals with myth, that if you're presenting it as a story, a history, a myth, or whatever, oftentimes those won't be entirely accurate, right?
I mean, this is a literal event that happened in their world and everything.
Sure.
The myth stuff is what they always refer to, pre-summoning, like...
No, yes, I'm more... that is an excellent point. I'm more thinking along the idea of that, these characters are myths themselves.
Yes.
Right.
Well, what was summoned was the myth of them,
right?
Not really the actual person, and that's where you can have the Pale Rider, for instance, work, because I don't know what mythos, what concept
the Pale Rider is a person or something.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's that's more of a that's something more. Amorphous, less specific in that regard.
Yeah, it's like being able to, summon a servant from the future.
Well, no, or it'd be like being able to summon a servant that was an idea that you wrote about at one point.
Yeah, right.
And it's the like.
At what point does it?
Did you actually codify it?
Right.
Enough?
How cool does it have to be to become myth? Right. Like,
or how many people have to have read your fan fiction in order for it to become real?
Yeah. Right.
I mean, that's kind of the whole basis of...
So you're telling me that if I got into a Holy Grail war, theoretically, I could summon Samwise Gamgee or Aragorn?
Yes.
All right. Where's my command seal? Sign me up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the whole of this story, right? Is that
I'm ready to go.
Like, maybe the problem is that, unfortunately, everyone remembers that it was just a dope movie trilogy.
No, what are you talking about?
A dope book series. So it hasn't actually hit that myth level yet. But maybe Jacob, in 100 years, there will be people that think of it that way, and then those people made it a myth to where then you can channel that stuff from the future into the now.
Sure, there we go. I like that. I like that way of thinking.
That feels very Fate,
Yep.
All that.
Right. 1,000 years from now, people will be like, oh, yes. The story of the Epic of Gilgamesh and the Epic of going to Mordor.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next show's first episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if anything that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.